I started using the Flow headset, I think, probably 3 or 4 months ago now. And it helped me in ways that many other paths of investigation have kind of failed to deliver. I had quite a difficult childhood. My parents moved around a lot, so I never really fit in. I struggled to make friends. I was bullied relentlessly as a child. I felt different, I guess, as a consequence. And around about age 10, I self-harmed by cutting my wrists because I didn't really want to be here anymore. You know, I can see it was a cry for help, but it wasn't really met. So by the time I was a teenager, I really struggled with social anxiety, very low self-esteem. Being in social environments was quite debilitating, actually. I guess the underlying trauma was never really resolved until around about this time last year, where I took myself to my doctor and said, this is really serious. I really don't want to be here. My son is getting married this year, and I just know that I've just got to survive until his wedding. Like, I've just got to get through those 6 months. Around about March last year, I was prescribed with some quite heavy-duty antidepressants. I was told it might leave my stomach a little bit upset, and I couldn't stop throwing up for 3 days. And when I wasn't throwing up, I would just find myself staring at walls. And I was aware that that wasn't going to work. We tried another medication, similar response, and I just thought, I've had enough of that. I can't do that. It's going to make me feel worse. I'll struggle through. I'll struggle through. I just had to get through 6 months. That's what I felt. The wedding itself was really beautiful, but also really hard, because you're just kind of smiling when you don't feel like smiling. It should be one of the happiest days of my life, you know, raising this incredible boy who is a good enough person that he can attract a beautiful, beautiful wife and, you know, be successful enough to invite all of his friends and family to a wonderful celebration of their love. And I was struggling, like really struggling. A few weeks after the wedding, when things had calmed down, I shared with my boy how difficult things were. He started to do a bit of research to see what could help. And he found the Flow Neuroscience website. And he sent me a link and he said, Mum, this looks amazing. It looks like it's right up your street. It's non-invasive. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to be here to share this, because I feel like this product should be mainstream. It should be recommended by doctors. The message needs to get out there so that it's available to more people, because when you're in the state that I was in, and it's not the first time I've felt that way, it's nigh on impossible to do things for yourself. You kind of need taking care of. And maybe that's something that doesn't happen for everyone, but that night, I slept. For the first time properly in about 5 years. It sounds hideous, but in my bathroom, window frames were rotting and they needed sanding and there was mold, and you know, it was stuff that I needed to do. And honest to God, I am not a lazy person. You know, I've raised a child by myself. But I couldn't do these things. I just couldn't do these things. So within 3 days, to actually be able to begin to sand a windowsill was a major fucking win. I was standing at a rail crossing, just waiting for a train to go by. And I saw in like one brief moment, the sunlight hitting some weeds by the side of the track. And it was really beautiful. I'd forgotten how simple things could just be really beautiful. When you're depressed, everything it's just grey. There's no colour in the world. But here I was, with space and present, in the moment, enjoying a weed lit up by the sunlight. A few months ago, I couldn't have said this, but right now, I like who I am.